Okay, so now let's discuss about the summary of what we learned so far. Because you have reached till this point, and I want to congratulate yourself because it's an important milestone because we've learned about Spring Core and Spring Web module. Now, what we've learned in the Spring Web module? So basically, we learned how the web works. What's HTTP, what's HTTPS, what's SSL, what's DNS, how basically the computers communicate with each other in the web context perspective. We also learned how frontend communicates with the backend. So we learned what JSON is and how it's being sent from the frontend to the backend and also from the backend to the frontend with the request and response. Now, when we learned about coding and configure it in the Spring Web module, we've learned about what request mapping is, what request body, how we can add a request body to our code, how we can add request params, how we can add path variables, what are HTTP methods, get mapping, post mapping, put mapping, and so much more. Also, you've learned exception handling, how you can do properly exception handling in a web context Spring application, how you can do it locally using the @exception handler and also using the response status body exception, how you can do it globally using the controller advice and basically have like a centralized piece where you can have all of your exceptions there. We've also learned about validation in the Java constraint validation package. When with just simple annotations, you can validate your model and you can have this behavior on your entire application. We'll also learn what application properties files is and different bean scopes. Now, this is a very important milestone because right now, what we have moving forward, we are going to transform our application and add database. And basically, right now, our application is like a full CRUD application. The only thing that's missing is the persistency of that application. So if we restart our application, we have the same old data and we want our data to be persisted. And that's why we're going to add Spring, the Spring Database module. Now, the next thing about after the Spring Database module, we are going to discuss about Spring Security. So we are going to add security to our application. And the next one we are going to add something really fun and interesting is called aspect-oriented programming, and we are going also to add this to our application. And don't worry, at the end we are going to connect all of our backend to a frontend. Now, this is not a full stack application course, it's only for backend, it's only for Spring and Java, but I'm just going to share with you a code in React. And basically that code in React represents the front end, and I'm just going to share with you how you can install it, how you can properly configure it, and you will just connect your backend to that front end and you can see how it's the end result looks like. And trust me, it's going to be pretty beautiful, I mean, from my perspective. But so far, congratulations.